Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to my video review of the P26R FiTorch flashlight, and you are at the We All Juggle Knives channel, although I occasionally cover flashlights and multi-tools, EDC stuff, pouches, whatevs. But this is a pretty impressive light. It's really bright. In fact, that hurts my eyes. It will not hurt your eyes because you know, the camera and your computer are not designed to be able to fry your eyeballs. But if they were, I would take you down. No, just kidding. But yeah, this is oh, I got this at banggood.com, by the way. Hold on. Yeah, this is available at banggood.com. You know them. Pretty much a very good website for low prices on flashlights. Alright, so I will include a link as well as links to some other some of their more recent and good flashlight choices, so check out the text description box for all that. Now here are the stats on the FiTorch. As you see, it has 4 brightness levels, maximum lumens 3600. If it starts to overheat, it will step down. Alright, and the maximum beam distance 265 meters. Your FiTorch comes with some accessories. You've got this lanyard, you have a micro USB to USB recharging cable, and this adapter, which I will explain later in the video. It also comes with this belt holster, which has a loop right there. It's got an overflap, it's got Velcro. That's pretty cool. And it also came with this O-ring and a key ring. Now to turn this light on, you just press the side switch. To turn it off, you long press. This has a lockout function. When the light is off, if you press and hold, it will flash eventually. You see that flash? That indicates that it is now locked. Alright, so it is locked out. To unlock it, you just press and hold until it turns on again. Takes a while. There you go. Alright, so that's the lockout function. Now this has 4 brightness levels. And its mode cycle is kind of weird. It's basically more like a variable brightness flashlight, or more like what they call a ramping flashlight sometimes. To change brightness levels, you just press the side switch. Right? Right, so this is the lowest mode, and it'll go from low to medium to high to turbo. But once you get to turbo, it doesn't cycle back to low. It'll go from turbo down to high again, and then down to medium, and then down to low. Right? So it's a little different than most flashlights. Right? So once again, that's its mode cycle. This also has a mode memory, so for example, you know, if you turn it off at that brightness level, it will come back in that brightness level. This light also has a shortcut to the lowest mode. When it is off, it basically, if you hold this down for a couple seconds and then release, it will automatically come on in its lowest mode. Alright, so let's try that now. 1, 2, and there you go. So shortcut to the lowest mode. Alright, this also has 2 special modes. To get to the special modes, double tap this. Alright, strobe warning and, you know, flashing lights warning. That's the SOS mode. And that's the strobe. Alright, so 2 special modes. This also has a battery indicator function. If you basically triple tap this, it's going to flash in green and red the voltage. Alright, let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so it flashed 4 times green. That means the voltage you're getting is 4.0 volts. Now if the voltage was, let's say, 3.9, it would have flashed green 3 times and then red 9 times. This also has a breathing mode, what they call a breathing mode. If you want to set the light down but you don't want to misplace it, you basically press this 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? And now, as you'll see, the green light will turn on and turn off almost like it's breathing. Right? So if you set this down in the dark, you'll be able to find it again. It's like a locator beacon. And to turn it off, you can just press it. This runs on a single 26650, and to get at it, remove the tail cap. There's a spring there. I'm running an Imolent. All right, 26650. I just got this. This came with one of my Imolent lights, and this requires a high drain battery, and I know that this is a high drain battery, so that's why I'm using that. Now, to recharge the battery in the light, you plug in the micro USB to a USB power source. In this case, that's a PowerBank light. And if you look closely, that's flashing green. That's a charging indicator. All right, and when it's fully charged, it won't flash anymore. It'll just be green. All right, so rechargeable. But wait, this thing can also serve as a power bank using that adapter that comes with it. All right, so to use this as a power bank, you just plug the USB side of the cable into that adapter and then plug that into there. And this is a little like whistle flashlight, right? And it's recharging it, and you can tell, hold on, yeah, you see that red blinking light? That's the charging indicator for the little whistle light. So this is actually now serving as a power bank, and you can recharge all sorts of electronic devices, cell phones and things like that. That is very useful in an emergency. Hey, what's up YouTube? We're out here on the old testing board with this FiTorch light. This is the lowest mode. Let's cycle through the modes. That is the highest mode. Wow. And back to the lowest mode. Okay, strobe warning. Demo the strobe. It's pretty disorienting. There it is, shining down the road. Let's do a top view of the beam shot, the beam profile. And there it is on the road. Pretty impressive. That's what the look at those angles. Pretty cool. Let's try it out on the sports field. All right, we're on the sports field with this FiTorch. You can clearly see the goal in the distance. It's about 3 a.m. and it's cold. I'm in a t-shirt. What am I thinking? Bad survival. No. That's actually warm for where I am. Like, it's around 30 degrees, which is warm for where I am. Alright, so if your car broke down on a deserted country road, this is what you would see with the light. Did you hear that in the distance? What is that? You know what that is. That's Frog Creek. Let's check out Frog Creek. Alright, so the FiTorch is doing pretty well on Frog Creek. You see the opposite bank, all the trees, the little bridge. And yeah, this creek is flowing very strongly. We've got a lot of melting snow and some unmelted snow. Alright, so there's the FiTorch at Frog Creek. Hey, what's up YouTube? I'm out here at the woodpile with this FiTorch light, and I am surrounded. I'm surrounded by critters. Alright, let's take a look at who is surrounding me. There's one there, just chilling, and there's some behind me. Hold on, I'm not going to show my neighbor's house, so it's going to be kind of a abbreviated view, but you'll get the idea. What's that? Another deer by the fire hydrant. 2 deer. Okay, YouTube, you saw those deer. Like I said, I'm not going to show the neighbor's house because, you know, I'm all about respect, all right? But as you can see, there you go. And no, the deer is not being harassed. As you can see, it's perfectly fine. The deer is perfectly fine. I'm not victimizing it in any way. Alright YouTube, we are back. I hope you enjoyed that. Alright, final thoughts on this FiTorch. Let's do pro and con. Last time I checked, it was a little over $100 in price. That price, well, it's not in the budget category for me, but it is still less expensive than some of the even more prestigious brand names. So I guess you could say the pricing is in the middle. It's very bright. In fact, off the top of my head, I'm trying to think if I have any flashlights in this single 26650 category that are as bright. It's definitely in the top 2 or 3. Another drawback on this, it's more of a short-ranged light. You know, the maximum beam distance, 265 meters. You know, max beam distance, that's the distance at which the last little bit of light can reach, like the equivalent of what the moon would, you know, give you if you were out on just like a moonlit night. So moonlight, that's not very bright at all. So if that's the max beam distance, the usable beam distance will be a lot less. So this is more of a flood type of light, more of a close range light. It'll reach out, you know, it'll be fine for your backyard. You know, it'll reach across a soccer field, and that's pretty much the practical distance of this light. Now back to the benefits. The fact that this can be used as a power bank, that's really convenient. That's one thing that could really save you. I mean, you're out hiking or something, if you fall, you break your leg, your cell phone isn't, you know, it needs a battery charge to call for help. That could actually be important. So the power bank function definitely increases the utility in my mind. It does not come with its own battery, and because this is so bright, it does need, you know, a high drain, high amp battery. So that is kind of a drawback because it's already a bit of a pricey light, and then you have to buy a high quality cell to go in there. So yeah, a bit of a drawback, not really a problem for my flashlight people. Another potential drawback of this light would be that mode cycle that, you know, ramps up, ramps down, ramps up, ramps down type thing. There's nothing wrong with that in itself. The only thing is it's dissimilar to many other brands of flashlight. So most people that are used to all the other flashlight brands, it's going to take a little bit of learning time to familiarize yourself with that, okay? So not a drawback in itself, but it is a drawback for when people are used to something else, because you're just going to have to relearn that. Alright YouTube, well I hope you enjoyed seeing this flashlight review. I'll include the link if you want to pick one of these up at Banggood, and any sort of discounts I can find if it's not already on sale. And they do have another FiTorch that I've been testing for the last few months as well. It's more of a hunting flashlight because it's got red and blue and green lights, right? So I'll include a link to that as well. You want to see a preview of that. Alright, this has been We All Juggle Knives and Lights. I'm out.